What's good? Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we're going over this double overgrowth root rider Valkyrie smash attack again. That is just absolutely insane. You guys love this the first time we showed it, and it is still so strong and it's working so well. And I feel like the more I use it, the better I get with it. And the last two Legends League days, we had 12 triples out of the 16 attacks, 6 on both days, and we're just destroying bases left and right. So let's get right into the action. All right, just to show you guys the battle log real quick, you can see we had two non-triples there, and then the other two fails right there too. So we had 12 triples in 2 days, just absolutely insane. We're at 5437, and then we went plus 300, like I said yesterday, on Legends League. So we're going to share the first 6 triples, and we're going to break this into 2 separate videos and do the other 6 triples in another video coming in the future. That way it's not too long. So let's get right into these attacks. So I gotta say, the best part about these 12 triples that we got the last couple days is we are actually tripling different bases. I know the first time we showed this video, we had a lot of box bases with that town hall on the outer part of the base, but now we are figuring out how to triple some of these other bases too. So this base is becoming very popular. I have tripled this base probably 4 or 5 times on both of my accounts the last couple days in Legends League. So I've attacked it the exact same way every single time with this attack. So we're gonna go opposite of the Eagle Artillery and Ricochet Cannon. That's pretty much the most important thing. There's been double poisons inside the Town Hall compartment every single time. So we're gonna go Barbarian King down at 6 o'clock, Siege Barracks at 3 o'clock, and push that main army straight towards the Town Hall. And I pretty much have waited to use that first Overgrowth until my troops are pretty much on top of the Town Hall. Once it gets to the point where the Ricochet Cannons are going to target my troops, that's when I choose to use that first Overgrowth to trap those buildings. There's really no need to use it anytime before that. So you're going to see we're going to have a lot of value very, very quickly. And once this Overgrowth becomes gone and everything's untrapped, we're going to use that second one real quick. At this point, there's hardly anything left in the base, so our troops are going to be standing around here for a second on this one. I have found that out on this attack against these bases, this one specifically, that the troops do get to the point where they stand around for a little bit. Well, maybe not too much on this one. The archers are going to destroy the army camp, so yeah, we're gonna hang out for a second until these Ricochet Cannons become open. At this point, still have the heroes alive. I did not have any abilities though, so got a little dicey at the end here, but we still had a lot of Valkyries and we had a P.E.K.K.A. alive too, so we still had a lot of damage coming through in the P.E.K.K.A. with a lot of health. We were able to take out the 2 Ricochet Cannons with the Archer Queen with the Frozen Arrow, and then we're going to pick up the triple. So not the cleanest one. There's definitely some that are a lot cleaner, but you could still triple this base. On this second one, we have kind of a box style base, but we got the Town Hall over here in the corner. So on this style, I do like attacking opposite of the Town Hall. I don't like going through the Town Hall directly on this type of base. So we're going to use Barbarian King on one half and the Siege Barracks on the other half, just like we have. We did change up the army just a tad. We took 1 Valkyrie out and put in 2 Sneaky Goblins and 2 Archers. That's pretty much all we've changed so far. I'm testing that on one account, and I'm testing the other version with 15 Valkyries and no cleanup troops. But I got a couple Archers for cleanup, but then also the Sneaky Goblins just to help funnel my King and the Siege Barracks troops. So you can see we're going to actually use the Overgrowth on the Town Hall compartment on this one. We'll finish on the Town Hall. That's kind of like what I like doing on these diamond style bases or corner Town Hall bases, and just worry about taking everything else out. We still got a free spell, and then obviously the other Overgrowth that's going to come down now. And then we got through the base very, very quickly. That's the thing about these style bases, is you can push through once you get that main initial army in that compartment right there. You're gonna push through this middle super fast, especially when you got the Queen and the RC with you as well. And yeah, and then the Valkyries from the Siege Barracks on the outside clean it up. So this is another one, back-to-back attacks. We're kind of just chilling for a second until this Overgrowth becomes until the Overgrowth is not trapping the buildings anymore. So I did freeze down that 1 invisibility because I wanted to take out that first building initially, and then I knew that the single target Inferno was not going to be under the invisibility, so then we would target that. And at this point, I mean, we could take out the Town Hall with my heroes. So, and we still had some abilities to use too, so just absolutely smashed on that one. All right, on this third attack, we got another centralized Town Hall base, and like I said, we have a very diverse amount of bases we're tripling now with this attack, which is actually incredible, because I know this is going to help you guys out. That's why I really wanted to share this again. I don't want to feel like I'm beating a dead horse with this attack, but it's very, very good. And if I could give you guys the keys to be successful and show you guys how to triple these bases, it's just going to help everybody, you know? We got to share the love around the Clash community a little more often, and this attack is so simple. It's really, really hard to mess up. So we're going to do Barbarian King on one end, Siege Barracks on the other end, and I do use the Overgrowth spell on the Ricochet Cannons and the Eagle Artillery. The one thing I will say that I have not mentioned before, I don't think, is I normally try to Overgrowth the same side I use the Siege Barracks, and just help funnel that way. And then, you know, the P.E.K.K.A.s and Wizards could take out whatever's around that area, and then the Valkyries can come out and take out some buildings too. So see that second Overgrowth spell come down when we're at 60%, and we're moving through this base pretty clean. We still got the Archer Queen ability and that Royal Champion ability, and you look at all the Root Riders because we're alive. I can count at least 8, 9 Root. I mean, we might have actually all 9 Root Riders alive still. I don't know if we've even lost a Root Rider left. I mean, what nerf? We've reduced the health twice now, and they still just live forever. It's just insane. And that's partially because of that healing tome. I love the healing tome on this attack so much. But we had, it looked like 9. It could have been 8, but it looked like 9 Root Riders alive still, 80% through the attack. That's just absolutely insane. So we popped that RC ability, and we're going to have that Queen ability pretty much swagged. Honestly, I'd say 85% of the time I don't even use the Queen ability. It gets to the point where I don't even need it. But it's always there in case you do need it. All right, on this fourth attack, we have a box style base, and this is one where you're going to see that Town Hall on the outside in the middle. But this isn't a base we normally see, so I was kind of glad that we tripled this base. I noticed right away we got 2 poison spell towers, so we're not going to have to fight the spell towers. That's definitely something that I always look at, is what spell towers am I fighting. That's probably the first thing I look at for this attack, because if you're fighting rage spell towers, those rage spell towers are very overpowered, and that definitely probably needs to be a priority on where you use your Overgrowth and what you're trapping, because the rage spell towers are very strong. So I mean, obviously you got 30 seconds to play in these attacks. Most of that time you're going to be using on where we're going to Overgrowth. You know, you see I haven't even laid my Overgrowth yet. I still have both of them, and we're pushing into the base now. So I choose to use it on the back half with that Monolith in the Infernos, but there's no point in me using it right away because the Eagle's not over there. So we're gonna wait until we're in the base. You know, why waste valuable seconds with that Overgrowth trapping those defenses if you don't need to use them, you know? So just make sure you keep that in mind. Don't use your Overgrowth while your entire army is fighting through ice golems, because you're just gonna be frozen. You know, this is why you're gonna see here, this is why I get to the point where my troops are literally just standing still, because I make sure I get maximum value with them Overgrowths, especially trapping down defenses. So this one though, again, this style base, man, you could just run through these bases like they're not even there. It's just absolutely crazy. I've seen some crazy spam attacks. I really have. And I use the super dragons, I use the Hydra with the clones and the whole run, you know. I've had minute and 5 triples, I've had, you know, 61-second triples. This is just crazy. And I know you're not getting that quick time, but this attack just obliterates bases and doesn't even make it seem like it's Town Hall 16. It's just crazy. But yeah, that one, yeah, we ran through this one pretty easy. All right, on this 5th triple, we have another ring style centralized Town Hall base. So I was very happy we found some of these, because I know that this was a hot topic on that last video. Everybody wanted to see these bases, so I'm glad I got the triple these, and I'm glad I got to bring them to you. So we're gonna use those sneaky goblins to help funnel that king towards that main army. Siege barracks on the other side. So now King is in here with the main army. King's gonna get some value with that Grand Warden ability. Maybe not. He walked the wrong way, but King is gonna be in here using his ability, taking out some of these defenses, working with the Royal Champion. And then we have the Overgrowth trap down, the monolith and everything up on that top part of the base, obviously towards the siege barracks like we talked in a previous attack. So that's going to be trapped down, and the Wizard's P.E.K.K.A. Valkyrie combo up here is just going to run through everything super quick. We got them rage spells down, going to get through that Town Hall. And yes, you are going to have to fight the Town Hall poison a little bit on this one. You know, you're obviously going to have to use that healing tome, eternal tome a little bit early. You cannot hold it all the way until you get to the Town Hall. Otherwise, you're not going to have very many riders left. And I will be honest, on these style bases, you're not going to have a lot of riders left. It's just not going to happen. But even if you have a few, like I think I have 3 or 4 right now, even if you have a few to get through these walls and open everything up for the queen, that's all you really need, you know. And you still got, you're always going to have the RC. I don't know why, but the RC lives through everything. The RC just never goes down. I just don't get it. But we still had a rage spell, still had a freeze spell, so we're going to push through this monolith compartment. I froze down the monolith and the queen and root riders, everything. You know, even as it felt a little sloppy and the troops split and everything, it's still just like a minute 45 triple, just absolute destruction, just pure destruction. All right, on this 6th and final triple of the day 1 plus 292, we are going to have this box style base, and this is probably one of my favorite bases to hit with this army because I don't know if it gets much simpler. So we're going to use that Barbarian King on one side, that siege barracks on the other side, close quarters this time, and we're going to let this army just push straight into that Town Hall compartment very, very quickly. I was a little off center with that poison spell, so we didn't really get all 4 super minions. That was a little obnoxious, but as soon as that Town Hall goes down, we're going to use that healing tome, eternal tome, protect everything. And I like to try to use a rage spell to get this army moving through out of that poison as well. And then you're going to see that Overgrowth come down, trap the ricochet cannon, eagle artillery, and a couple other defenses right there as well, and the poison spell tower. So now I have to worry about that right now until the end of the attack. And we do have 1 more rage left as well, so still have quite a bit of riders alive. Got a whole group pushing with the warden, and that second Overgrowth come down, and we actually do get the poison to pop. That probably wasn't intentional, but poison pops on the queen. We're gonna lose the queen ability, which doesn't normally happen. I think I said in another previous attack, normally got the queen ability all the way to the end, but we do lose the queen ability on this one. But the good thing is the poison tower is popped, so we're not gonna have to worry about it at all. So this was actually a rare one. You see, we lost the RC and the queen before that second Overgrowth spell was untrapped and it was no longer active, but we still had a ton of riders alive. I mean, still a ton. We got a P.E.K.K.A. alive, we got Valkyries alive all over the place, just running and swinging, and we didn't even need the heroes because the whole army was still alive. That's the crazy part. But this attack, it just doesn't really seem real. And this is just after a nerf, which is the craziest part. Like, we nerfed again, and then this Overgrowth spell, the Overgrowth spell, I knew there was going to be some crazy tricks with it, but this just allows just chaos and just pure destruction. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. I appreciate you guys stopping in on an everyday basis and supporting the channel. Wow, this attack is just absolutely insane. And I know you guys like it, so we're going to keep grinding on this one. I am currently like, you know, right over 6,000 global, and I really want to push and try to get a new PR with this army this month. So I'm going to really prioritize making sure I get all my legends hits in, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on it using this army as long as root riders don't get hit again, which I don't think they will. Not for a 3rd time. That's just crazy. The defenses are only going to continue to upgrade, get stronger. So eventually the attack's supposed to mellow out a little bit, right? But the Overgrowth just makes it absolutely insane. So stay tuned for part 2. It's going to come in a couple days, and we're going to show you guys the other 6 triples that we had on that plus 300 day. We'll catch you next time.